In this lesson, we're going to use the City Catering database, and what we're going to be learning is how to delete some records. Then we're going to go into Design View, and we're going to add two new fields, one for currency and one for yes and no. So when we open up our database, you can see in here a list of all tables. We only have one table, and it's just City Catering data. So if I double click, it will open it up. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields here. Name of supporter, address 1. If you can't see this, just exactly the same as a spreadsheet, just put your cursor up here and double click. And what that will do is either it will expand or reduce the size to fit the text that's available. Address, postcode, and type of data. Now we're going to delete two records here. I'm going to delete one from City Merchant. Now deleting does not mean emptying. For example, it doesn't mean highlighting this and pressing the delete key. Okay, it actually means deleting the record, just exactly the same as in a spreadsheet. What you would do is you would go into the blue area on the left hand side, you would click, and then you can right click. Now my computer is very slow, folks, so just give it a wee second. Or instead of waiting for that to delete a record by right clicking, you can just press delete. My computer's going to be a bit slow. You're about to delete one record. Yes, you do want to delete it. The second one you're going to delete is the Hilton Hotel. So again, in here, then when you right click, delete record. Or as I did before, just press the delete key. And yes, add sure. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the design view of this. Again, just I know most of you have studied spreadsheets. The comparison, in spreadsheets you have a value view and a formula view. This time you can actually see the values here, but you can get to design, and to do that you just click on view here. Okay. Now once you've done that, these are the names of the fields: name of supporter, address 1, address 2, postcode, type of supporter. And these are all text. And you can change the size of texts here. Field size 50. Now, although these are all text, you can actually change the data types as well. So we have memos, numbers, date, time, currency, auto number, yes, no, OLE objects, those are photos, hyperlinks, attachments, and lookup wizards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an amount of support. And instead of text this time, I'm going to make this currency. Okay. And the format and the currency decimal places auto. But if you click on here, go along to this wee button here, you can just say no decimal places. And now I'm going to go back into this view here. You always get this message, you must save the table first, just click yes. And now we have a new field, amount of support. And for gold, we're going to have £150, so that's 150. Now I didn't type the pound sign, I just typed 150. Just the same as a spreadsheet, if you'd formatted in currency, it'll put the pound in automatically. And notice, just again, the same as a spreadsheet, all the text here is aligned to the left. Currency, numbers, etc. are all aligned to the right. So here we are again, gold, 150, gold, 150. That's me. Now let's see what else we have. We have silver as 100. Silver times is 50. That's us. We're going to go back into design view and we're going to add another field. This time we're going to have annual payment. And this is going to be a yes/no field. Now, don't be misguided by this yes/no field, because what we're going to see is not yes/no, but a tick box. And we are going to tick some of these to indicate who is paying annually. So we have the local authority. So we tick, we don't type in yes, we don't get an option for yes, even though it's a yes/no field. We have the Glasgow Tourist Board. We have Sarties. And we have the food company. Now if you see an exercise that perhaps asks you to put in the Hilton, don't forget that we actually deleted that. And that's all there is to that. So very, very quickly to recap, we worked in here by deleting, and to delete you would just click on here, either press delete or right click and delete a record. Then we went into the design view and we added an amount of support. We created that as currency. We changed the decimal places to 0. We then created an annual payment field, and that's a yes/no field where you get tick boxes. And what we would like to do now is we would like to print that. So I'm going to get into my Microsoft Office button and I'm going to get into print preview. Now this here is imported and really we need it in landscape before it will fit to one page. And it's still not fitting to one page here. Now you can tell that because at the bottom here we have one, but we have these blue lines, these blue arrows, so that actually shows we have more to go. So we have our annual payment that's going to just cause a problem. So what we could do is we could do margins which are narrow, but I'm actually going to get in here and change my margins. That's again, it's an option you have in word processing, spreadsheets, databases. But the advantage of this is it won't make all of my margins small. It would just make my left and right smaller. How about 2 and 2? And let's just see how that goes. Yeah, I've got it all in. That's absolutely great. So that's all I needed. So from there, you could just click print. Could I draw your attention also though to the fact that we didn't put in a header and footer here. It does it by default. It gives us the name of the table and the date that you created it. I'm going to close my print preview, and that's that lesson finished.